Marcus Licinius Crassus was the richest man in Rome, but he didn't die poor. He died because money just wasn't enough. In ancient Rome, wealth could buy almost anything: houses, loyalty, silence, even power, and Crassus had all of it. Entire neighborhoods belonged to him: businesses, slaves, land, influence, you name it. When fires broke out in the city, people didn't pray to the gods for help. They waited for Crassus. He would arrive while buildings burned, while families screamed, and he would offer a single, brutal deal: sell your property to me for almost nothing, or lose absolutely everything to the flames. Only after the contract was signed would his private fire brigade finally move in to stop the blaze. When the smoke cleared, Crassus owned yet another piece of Rome. He became the richest man alive. But something haunted him. People respected Caesar. They admired Pompey. They feared generals who won battles. But Crassus, they only counted his money. Gold makes you powerful, but it doesn't make you remembered. And Crassus wanted more than survival. He wanted more than just comfort. He wanted glory. When Caesar marched north and conquered Gaul, all of Rome spoke his name. When Pompey returned from his victories in the east, massive crowds celebrated him in the streets. Crassus stood right between them, their equal in political power, but completely invisible in legend. So, when the chance came to lead an army eastward, the powerful Parthian Empire, he didn't see the danger. He saw an opportunity, a chance to finally step out of their shadows and carve his own name into history. There was no emergency. Parthia wasn't attacking Rome. The Senate was hesitant, but Crassus pushed forward anyway, driven by his ambition. Warnings followed him everywhere he went. Veteran commanders urged him to be cautious. His allies advised him to wait for a better time. Even the religious signs all pointed toward a coming disaster. Crassus ignored every single one of them. He believed the Roman legions were invincible. He believed his immense wealth and authority could somehow replace actual military experience. He chose a route through the open desert flat land. No cover, no protection whatsoever. He put all his trust in a local guide who promised a fast and safe journey. That guide betrayed him, and by the time the Roman army realized the mistake, it was already too late. The Parthians appeared like ghosts out of the desert heat, not in tight, predictable formations, not with heavy shields and short swords like the Romans. They came with speed. Horse archers circled the legions endlessly, staying just out of reach of their spears. Arrows fell like a relentless, deadly rain. When the Roman soldiers advanced, the enemy simply retreated. When the Roman soldiers stopped, the arrows just kept coming. They couldn't fight what they couldn't touch. Hour after hour, the legendary Roman legions started to break apart. Fear spread faster than any commands could. Crassus stood helpless, watching his army's famous discipline completely collapse. Then his son, Publius Crassus, rode forward. He was young, brave, and desperate to save his father's name. He led a courageous charge. The Parthians let him chase them, luring him away. Then, they surrounded him. Publius was killed, and his head was lifted high on a spear and displayed to the horrified Roman army. In that single moment, Crassus lost something that no amount of gold could ever replace. He lost control. The general who once commanded fear now commanded only shattered, terrified men. The army's morale died with his son. With his forces broken and surrounded, Crassus finally agreed to negotiate, not from a position of strength, not as part of a strategy, but out of pure desperation. During the meeting, chaos erupted. Arguments, confusion, and then violence. Crassus was killed. His army was destroyed or enslaved. The might of Rome was utterly humiliated. Legend adds one final, gruesome detail: that the Parthians poured molten gold down his throat. A symbolic execution. A message carved into history. You loved gold, so die by it. Whether that part is myth or truth, the meaning remains the same. Crassus didn't die because he lacked power. He didn't die because he lacked resources. He died because he never knew when to stop. He mistook his ambition for destiny, and he mistook his confidence for wisdom. If Crassus had simply accepted being rich, he would have lived. But he wanted to be remembered, and he paid for it with everything. So tell me, what are you chasing? And is it worth the price?